Swimming pool. They are the best. They're so cool. They're so fun. You can create so many memories with it. But it's true. Here's what I want to share with you in this video. I'm going to give you out some really cool landscaping tips and price points on how much it costs to landscape around a pool. What I want to show you are some larger scale pools and some smaller, more intimate details that can help you save money if you are considering getting a pool. Let's go. What's going on? I'm Bobby K. I'm a professional landscape designer and installer, and I don't think there's anything better than a backyard with a pool to create memories with for your family. It's a pretty cool experience, and if you can afford to put one in, awesome. So this channel is designed for people, busy people who want to learn more about landscaping and are interested in the design process and how to put all this stuff together, and best of all, how much does all this cost? That's exactly what we're gonna do. I got a couple images that we're gonna go through, from big landscape designs to a little bit more smaller details, and I'm gonna give you out a bunch of tips that'll help you in figuring out, all right, this is my budget. This is how much the pool shell is gonna be. So what can I do on the outskirts to make it look good, but stay within my budget? Because I can promise you, when you're putting in a pool, your budget is gonna get blown out of the water if you're not careful in the planning process. I have experience with this. I put in a pool and I think my budget went up about 50% because my eyeballs just kept getting bigger and bigger, and I wanted to put all this neat stuff in. So let's bring it down to earth and get you guys what you need so that you don't drain your bank account. Bottom line, let's go. All right, we're gonna go rapid fire style here. I got 7 images, and they're from all over, from big, small, medium, and let's just break them down. So image number 1, what we've got here is a really nice pool. It's a beautiful pool. It's got that modern contemporary vibe because it's got all these right angles and it's linear. What I want you to pay attention to is, if you just want that pool and you're not gun-ho on doing all these crazy elaborate things like a water feature and lots of hardscaping, you can put in something like this. Pretend that this is lawn and it's not synthetic turf, and you just did a lawn on the outskirts, some stepping stones, a basic pad to put your furniture, something like this. The pool, you're probably gonna run about 75 to 80K. If that's a fiberglass, it might be a little bit cheaper. If it's a liner, a little bit cheaper, but plan on 80K for the pool. And then on the outside, if it's just lawn and these stepping stones and the little intimate patio area, I would say you're probably only looking at about 10 grand on the landscaping there. So that might be a really simplified way, if you just blew the budget on the pool or you didn't plan out right, that you can still put something together that looks awesome. And you know, you mix up the outskirts with some flowers, some bushes, you might be in for $15,000 for the landscaping. So that might be a good option for you. Number 2, we're getting a little more expensive here, and this obviously has to do with the fact that we got elevations to deal with. There has to be a retaining wall to balance out the hillside to support the pool. You got GeoGrid and Clean Rock and all these different things to relieve the hydrostatic pressure and support the weight of the pool from going down the hill. So this is much more expensive, but the landscaping, I want you to take a look at that because it's pretty simplified. You just got a bunch of bushes that are gonna fill in over time, but they didn't put a ton into that. They do have a sunken area over there with a fire pit, and there's a structure. Let's just take that out of the equation completely. If we're just talking the retaining wall and the landscaping, you're probably looking at about 20 grand there, because that wall is gonna be quite expensive, but the plants and the bushes and the mulch, probably around $5,000. So if I had to take this whole entire project with the structure, the fire pit, the pool, the wall, the landscaping, this is probably $150,000 to $175,000 project. Pools are not cheap. Let's go to the next one. Okay, little intimate detail for you. If you just want to jazz up a bed or put a little berm in or have something natural, use boulders and rock and some evergreens on the backdrop and then just put some perennials in, you could do something like this. This is beautiful. I love this. I love the weathered fieldstone boulders, the Iowa Creek stone along there. Also, there might be a drainage system in that Iowa Creek stone, so the water that comes off the pool deck that goes in shoots out to another area. So it's actually multifunctional. It probably is. This right here, I would say this bed with the boulders and the trees, you're probably around $5 grand to put that in. You got some soil and mulch and perennials and annuals. What I want you to start to come to when you're watching all this is that budget on the low side, like the very lowest side for landscaping around a pool, at least 10 grand, and obviously it can go up. Let's get to the next picture. Okay, this one is a little more expensive. There is some detail going on here. You've got the decking, you've got the backdrop, this custom seating bench, composite's not cheap, eBay is not cheap, this kind of wood is not cheap. With COVID, all the prices went through the roof. This is gonna be expensive. I would say just that bench alone, you're probably looking at 10K to put that in. As far as the waterfall in the backdrop, that's probably something around $3,500 to $4,500. It's got the shear that comes out, it's got the stonework. It's not too incredibly huge, but you got the plumbing and everything that ties into it with the filtration system. So there's a little bit of prep work involved. The pool, it's elevated, it's nice. It looks like it's even got a spa that's in there. That's probably an $80,000 pool. So all in on this backyard with the hardscaping around it of what I can see here, you're between 100 and 125K on that pool. Next one. I just wanted to show you something simple that you can do to provide color around a pool. What about planters? Planters are easy. You can get some really nice planters and put some, they got potato vines in here. It looks like some coleus, and then you got this little focal point coming up, palm of some sort. But that is a way to get rid of all this hardscaping that goes around the pool and put something that's just got a little bit of pop. I would say that planter right there, if you did it yourself with the pot, the plants, everything, you're probably around $250. You got that soil that's got to get filled up. The only thing is you got to be careful, because if you live in a climate where you get the harsh winters, you know, pots can crack. So you might want to look into something that's more of a resin that can stay out all year, or else you got to dig all this stuff out, get it into a garage or some kind of storage where it's not going to crack. But just think about planters as far as an option. Next one, this is about the most cost-effective thing I'm going to show you on this whole thing. Take the pool, take the decking out completely. Let's just talk about this landscape bed along the side of the pool. That thing's probably only about 12 inches to 18 inches, and it's got this like Bella border along the side, decorative rock, and then it's just got, I think those are daylilies, but you could do fountain grasses or liriape, and it's clean, it's simple. The lawn comes right up to it. A little bed like that, framing around with the edging stones, you're probably talking maybe $1,500. I don't know the linear footage around the whole pool, budget for 5K, but this is a way that you can make it look nice and not go crazy on the landscaping. Finally, of course, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna show you the Big Bang. This thing is legit. I love it. It's awesome. It's even got like a little she shed in the corner or something going on that ties in with the actual structure. This structure is beautiful. You got tons of custom stonework. You even got these like window inlays going on. Everybody's gonna be hanging out here. Lots and lots of fun family time going on. I would say that structure with that chimney, everything going in there, probably at 75K. She shed, throw another 30K on there. And then the pool, which isn't huge, but it's got all this nice decking going around, I think you're at another 75 to 80K. This backyard, I wouldn't be surprised for the full scope, hits $200,000. And I'm not kidding. That is what this stuff costs. So just remember this, the eyeball goes, pocketbook goes, aye. That's how it goes. If you like these kind of videos, make sure you subscribe, hit the like button, smash the living crap out of this thing. Make sure that people can find this video and they can get help wondering, you know, what do I do with my pool or how much do I budget for? This video is gonna help them. If you like these kind of videos, go watch a couple more. And this is Bobby K saying creation is everything. So go out, create.